Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news in the swirling world of NFL offseason rumors. One story has been lighting up the chatter boards and heating up the entire league. And it's all about a blockbuster trade that could change the landscape of the NFC East, and more specifically, give the New York Giants a serious shot at elevating their offense to new heights. Rumors are swirling, and credible sources like Adam Schefter are hinting that the Cincinnati Bengals might be open to moving Ja'Marr Chase, one of the most explosive young receivers in the league, in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft and a third-round pick in 2027. That's a package that could significantly alter the Giants' roster and their playoff aspirations, and it's worth taking a deep dive into what this could mean for Big Blue. Now let's back up a little and analyze the context of this potential move. The Bengals, coming off a tough 5-12 season, are sitting in a bit of a rebuild mode, especially after the unfortunate ongoing struggles of Joe Burrow with injuries. Their offense, which once looked unstoppable with Chase as a key piece, has been underperforming, averaging only about 205 passing yards per game last season, which is well below their explosive potential. The idea here is that Cincinnati might be looking to offload Chase, who's a dynamic playmaker, to free up cap space, possibly to address other needs like protecting Burrow or extending key players like T. Higgins. But more than that, it's about resetting their roster and acquiring picks that can help them rebuild faster. For the Giants, this trade could be a game changer. Imagine adding Ja'Marr Chase to their already talented group of receivers. Chase, who has been making highlight reel catches since his rookie season, is a true game breaker. His ability to run deep routes, make contested catches with almost Velcro-like hands, and rack up yards after the catch has made him one of the top young WRs in the league. In fact, his career stats speak volumes. 428 receptions for 285 yards and 51 touchdowns with an average of 14.7 yards per reception. That's elite production, and he's still just entering his prime. His YAC yards after catch totals are staggering. 280 yards over his career, averaging about 5.3 yards per catch, showcasing his ability to turn short gains into big plays. In the current 2025 season, Chase has already racked up 98 receptions for 420 yards and 12 touchdowns, with a catch rate of over 70%. The fact that he's been healthy after some injury issues in 2024 only adds to his value. His style of play, fast, explosive, and clutch, could elevate a Giants offense that has struggled at times to sustain drives and produce big plays. Pairing him with a quarterback like Daniel Jones or even a new signal caller like Tyrod Taylor could unlock a whole new level of offensive efficiency. The Giants, with a cap space of around $6.3 million, are also looking to restructure contracts, like Darius Slayton's, to free up more room, which could help facilitate this kind of move. The potential trade isn't just about adding a star receiver, though. It's a strategic move for the Giants to pivot from a rebuild towards contending mode. With Chase aboard, their offensive production could see a massive boost, projected to add over 250 yards per season, and their EPA per pass could increase by around 17%. They'd be able to better compete in the NFC East, especially against divisional rivals like the Eagles and Cowboys, who are always looking to strengthen their rosters as well. Chase's contested catch rate of 62.8% and elite yards per route run, 2.7, would make him a constant threat on every play, forcing defenses to game plan around him and opening up space for other weapons like Wan'Dale Robinson and Jalen Hyatt. Now, some might ask about the Bengals' perspective. Why would they trade Chase? Well, with their current cap situation, about $12 million in space, but a staggering $72 million in dead money in 2026, they might see this as a good opportunity to retool. Moving Chase could also be a way to acquire premium picks to rebuild their offensive line and other areas. Moreover, if they're already planning to prioritize extending Higgins, trading Chase makes sense, especially if they believe they can get a comparable or even more explosive receiver in the draft or via other assets. It's all about strategic flexibility and cap management. Let's talk about the impact on the Giants' offense. Losing Neighbors to injury last season really hurt their depth at wide receiver, and with a 1.6 yards per route run separation, their pass game has been inconsistent. Adding Chase would provide a true vertical threat, capable of stretching defenses and creating mismatches. His presence could lead to a plus 17% increase in EPA per pass, boosting the overall efficiency of the offense. Plus, with Chase's ability to make contested catches, imagine him on third and long situations or near the red zone. He could be the X factor that turns close games into Giants wins. And speaking of red zone, Chase's ability to find the end zone. He had 12 touchdowns in 2025 so far, would make him a prime target for Daniel Jones or whoever the Giants bring in as their starter. His potential to boost the Giants, red zone efficiency and third down conversions could be a catalyst for a postseason push. It's reminiscent of the impact that Mike Evans had on the Buccaneers back in 2020, when he became a primary red zone target and helped propel Tampa Bay to a Super Bowl victory. Chase's knack for clutch catches and his big play ability could be exactly what the Giants need to push over the edge in close games. Furthermore, this move could set the Giants apart in the NFC East. The division is always competitive, with the Eagles, Cowboys, and Commanders all vying for supremacy. Adding a player like Chase could give Big Blue that extra edge, especially in high-pressure moments. His big play ability and yards after catch would help keep the chains moving and keep defenses on their heels. Plus, with the Giants being viewed as a team still in the mix for a playoff run, acquiring a talent like Chase signals their serious intent to contend rather than just rebuild. Looking ahead, the Giants' Super Bowl odds would seriously improve with Chase on the roster. Moving from plus 15.0 to as low as plus 6.0 in some betting markets, he could be the X factor that pushes them into the elite tier of contenders. His presence in the red zone, combined with their emerging offensive line and improved defense, could be enough to turn the division upside down. The NFC East has historically been unpredictable, but with Chase, the Giants could challenge the Eagles' dominance and surprise everyone. Of course, there are challenges and questions. Will Cincinnati be willing to part ways with Chase? Is this just a rumor, or could it actually happen? The Bengals might prefer to hold on to him if they believe they can turn things around quickly, especially if Burrow's health improves. But with the NFL offseason being a hotbed of trades, surprises are always around the corner. The Giants will need to negotiate smartly and demonstrate they're committed to winning now, not just rebuilding. In the end, this potential trade could be a turning point for the Giants. It signals a shift from a team that's been in rebuild mode to a squad ready to contend, ready to fight for a playoff spot, and maybe even more. Chase's addition would not only boost their offense, but also send a message across the league that the Giants are serious about making noise and returning to their winning ways. Fans should be excited. This kind of move could define the franchise for years to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think Chase is the missing piece that could push the Giants over the top? Would you trade those draft picks for him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Giants news. We're heading into an exciting offseason, and the future looks bright if these rumors turn into reality. Let's keep that passion alive and get ready for what promises to be an electrifying 2024 season.